Hi again. Let's talk about something that they call challenging behavior. Um, in my view, challenging behavior is not a bad thing. And if you can think deeply about what we call challenging behavior, to me, especially to somebody who lack mental capacity or somebody who has got symptoms of old age related. Sometimes it does happen to children, all ages. There are people who suffer from bipolar, autism, DS, Down syndrome, dementia, but I'll talk at the moment specifically to dementia and elderly people and those who suffer from mental issue, but to elderly people. So challenging behavior, as far as I can understand and see it, look at it, for sure, you're going to see the way I see it. Also, can you please write in the comment section your view, how you interpret what we call challenging behavior. Right, to start with, challenging behavior is not bad, or it's not a bad thing. To me, it's kind of communication from those people who are unable to express themselves. They can communicate something with you by throwing challenging behavior, that's what we call, or tantrums and everything. Let me talk about somebody who suffer from dementia. In dementia care, I think, and it's not that I think, I'm sure, and you're going to agree with me, it's kind of communication, because it does happen when there is something not right. Remember, a person who suffers from dementia, uh, in most cases, they are unable, depends to the level of progression of dementia, they are unable to express themselves. So the way they communicate with the carer or with the family, with whoever, the only way to communicate, sometimes they just display or represent challenging behavior. Why do I say it's a mode of communication like all other communication types of communication? Gesture, facial expression, verbal, non-verbal, written. So I think each challenging behavior has to fall under types of communication. That's how I interpret it and the way I look at it. Right, why do I say that is kind of communication? Look here. After someone present symptoms of challenging behavior, you just ask yourself question: what happened? What is this person trying to say? What is she trying to communicate? What does she doesn't like? If something goes wrong, so there are many questions that you answer. So each challenging behavior is a communication that we have to, our duty is to understand it other than to fight it. You can't fight somebody who is presenting with the challenging behavior. Instead, you need to find out the cause or possible cause. That's the time you start to anticipate what could have gone wrong. So once somebody displays this challenging behavior, if I say to you, it's a mode of communication. Why? Because first thing you start to ask, right? It's very important to have a chart. There are charts on the CQC website, under NHS website, NICE website. I said NICE is the National Institute for Health and Care Excellence. So you've got these resources with reliable information, or any charts like British stool chart is there, challenging behavior chart is there, CQC Maru chart is there, all charts are there. So you, once someone demonstrates this challenging behavior, sometimes it can be one-off, sometimes it can escalate, sometimes it can be, if you are lucky enough, you can find out exactly what was the cause. So once if you want to get trail of this behavior, because as I said, it's communication, it's nothing else. I don't see anything else, because it's your duty to try to understand and to find out. So when behavior chart to fill in is very important because it helps you. Future, also it helps multidisciplinary team, especially the GP, mental health team, in case this person has to have mental health state assessment. So they will need to read, because you won't remember what happened last week, what time. Let me say this challenging behavior was displayed twice last week. You don't know the time, you don't know the date, you won't know the duration, you just forgot everything, right? When you fill the behavior chart, if you can't find it from wherever, you can take a AL paper and write it. You need the dates of challenging behavior, right? It's very important, right? You write in the chart. Time is very important, to write time, what time it started, right? What is important in this matter? What happened, or what exactly happened when this behavior started? Remember, this behavior just started unexpectedly. Let me say, somebody didn't want to get up at that time, usually time, wanted to continue to rest in bed. When you get up, when you try to offer personal care to that person, he might be aggressive. So you'll be knowing that, okay, what trigger this behavior? And the reason you record, you are trying to avoid some triggers. That's a way you can support that person. So find out what exactly happened. Think. You will know when it started, right? Your intervention is very important. How can you calm that person down? That's why I'm saying that it's all about anticipation, because that person won't be able to express himself or herself. You have to find out exactly what could be possible cause. The possible cause for yesterday, it won't be the same with the possible cause for today. That's why it's very important to record. Right, what do you go there? Effectiveness. That is A, effectiveness, and right. Kind of behavior that the person is presenting is very important, so that you're gonna work out the risk. Is hitting, kicking, scratching, shouting, throwing things, all those things. It's your duty as a carer to assess the challenging behavior activity. Some challenging behavior can be dangerous to you and to your client. So it's very important, or to get to know on how this person react when he display this challenging behavior, right? Very important, duration, time. How long does it take when you start to anticipate and you start to intervene? But be careful how you intervene. Be very, that's why you need some skills, right? Duration is very important. How long does this last? It's going to help you to know that maybe last week it lasted 5 minutes or 10 minutes or a few seconds. It's very important. That is going to give you a track record. Duration, right? During your intervention, when you try to calm this person down, look at what worked. Because in the end of it all, once that person has calmed down and settled, you're going to record in the end, in the comment section. You record what happened, what was the activity, types of challenging behavior. That person was shouting, throwing tantrums. What did you do? Effectiveness, right? It's very important whether to record whether your intervention was effective or it didn't work. Sometimes there is time where it doesn't work. We have to try another approach, unfortunately. That's why I'm saying that caring is not that easy, but I can say it's easy once you get to, if you've got skills and everything. So effectiveness is important because it's going to help you in the future. You're going to get to know this person. So in dementia industry or old age related symptoms, elderly people, uh, that challenging behavior, yeah, it does come. Sometimes there will be underlying condition like UTI. If somebody's got you, these are the things that you have to check. UTI can cause somebody, can trigger challenging behavior. You find that that person in the morning has been all right, everything was okay, breakfast, personal care, lunch, and everything. In the afternoon, that person start to change. So EUTI is the main possible cause that can trigger challenging behavior. Thank you so much. I'm not gonna do long videos. My next video I'll be coming with the CQC essential standards. Those are fundamental standards. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll see you.